Do you ever wonder what the rich and the famous keep in their fancy couture handbags? Well, forget about that, because today it's all about what's in my RV kitchen. Oh, hello there, and welcome back to my kitchen / living room / office, because this entire space is just one small room that I occupy and talk to myself in on a daily basis. So this past week, I was feeling quite under the weather, as you can probably still hear in my voice, and thus spent a lot of time laying around, sneezing, and scrolling the YouTube. And somehow in my misery, I found myself falling headfirst down a rabbit hole series of videos created by Vogue called In the Bag. And it's literally just videos of celebrities plopping their fancy purses onto a table and pulling out all the items inside of them while explaining what each item is and why it's in their bag. And as riveting as that is, I thought to myself, I could expand on that. So today I am going to show you what's in my RV kitchen. But first, I feel like I should pay homage to the inspiration of this video by showing you what's in my everyday bag. Hello Vogue, my name is Rainy Lee and I'm going to show you what's in my bag. First, and really the reason that I went with this designer bag is because it has an emergency breakaway clasp so that I don't choke myself. And of course my hand sanitizer that clips directly to the strap and that I don't go anywhere without because, you know, germs. And of course the moment that you've all been waiting for is to see what's inside my bag. My cell phone. And that's it. Alright, are you ready to get into these cabinets? Cause I'm not. Oh, and it should go without saying pretty soon here, but I did not go through any of these drawers beforehand to fake or prep for this, so this is raw. This is real. This is Rainy. Ooh, is that my new slogan? No. So up here is kind of just a hodgepodgey catch-all, which I feel like is a lot of areas in my kitchen. Oh, okay, well, all right. I pull this out for focus because a lot of people wonder in RVs what appliances you use because the space is quite limited in here, obviously. This is the Gourmet smokeless grill, and we actually just bought this from Costco a couple of weeks ago, and we've only cooked chicken on it twice, but I haven't died from salmonella yet, so. Okay, what's next? What's next? Ah, yes. So on the note of appliances, my Ninja blender. I love this thing. I've had it for 8 years and I use it on a daily basis to make my protein smoothies, as can be seen right here. And I use the major component of this thing to make all kinds of yummy foods, like desserts, dressings, sides. And I know that they say that you cannot take it with you when you die, but I think I would like to be buried with this. And you know, we got typical foods in here. We got Cholula, peanut butter, sun-dried Indiana groundhog. I can explain that. Okay, on to the next cabinet. Spicy. Okay, so something that you need to know about RVing if you are not already an RVer is that I do place things nice and upright and organized and where they need to be, and then inevitably a few days later we travel and go flying down the highway and everything that I had placed so nice and neat just goes. Okay, I'm obviously not going to pull out every single thing in this cabinet, but I'm going to pull out some notable things like toothpicks, And Christmas time sprinkles. And cinnamon toast crunch cinnadust. And this Ziploc baggie full of random spices that Keith threw together for some reason. See? What'd I tell you? Fun. And then if we move down south, my two other staple appliances, which are an air fryer and a pressure cooker. And if you don't know what an air fryer and a pressure cooker do, it's in the name. And you can also Google it. Now this cabinet's just full of so much random stuff, but I can't really see into it, so I just think I don't really care. But that also means that something could be living up there, like a rat or a gnome. But look, we do have a few more appliances up here, like a hand blender and a toaster. Now it's time to forage through my island. And this is pretty typical drawer stuff. You know, you got knives, measuring cups, this, obviously, oven mitts, drying towels, koozies. And under the sink here, we've got pretty typical cleaning supplies, but oh, if you have watched me for a while, I'm sorry. But you might recall a few years back when I did a video montage for Scrub Daddy. Well, I've since moved on to the Scrub Father. No, that's not what it's called. It's actually called the Sponge Daddy. And I know what you're thinking.
Isn't that just a normal sponge?
No, it's not, because it's actually very abrasive while still being scratch-free. It doesn't hold odors, and I can look at Keith straight in the eyes and have zero qualms while asking him, "Hand me the sponge, Daddy."
Wow.
And lastly, within the drawers of my island, behold, my treasure trove of cutlery. Each piece tells a tale. This fork, for instance, has been to more states than most senators. Ooh, well-traveled fork. Must be worth something. Name your price. I'm on a lot of medication right now. Moving on to the piece de resistance, the jewel of my kitchen, the intricate barista level coffee maker. It's the one device in this RV that breathes life into my system in the morning. It turns grumpy Rainy into semi-functional Rainy. In short, it wakes me up. Above that, we have a cabinet full of teas. Some might even say quite a variety. $10 if you can tell me who this belongs to. Now in this cabinet, you'll see that I have my mugs and my Corelle dinnerware. And Corelle was recommended to me by a friend for full-time travel because Corelle is notorious for being difficult to break. And if you'll notice, I have 4 of everything except for large plates, because one of them broke. Now down here we have junk drawers and pots and pans. Why do I have 6 metal bowls? I'm honestly asking you because I don't have an answer. And lastly, we have an electronics kind of catch-all cabinet. Ooh! Are you sensing a theme here? Speaking of scents, this little basket right here is where I store all of these scents for my Scentsy. And I know there's a lot of controversy online about the fumes and the Scentsy and how I'm gonna die, but you know, if I die, I'm gonna die smelling sugared lavender twist. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. It's just a fridge. What exactly were you waiting for? There's nothing exciting in here, except for the 15 pounds of halibut that we caught in Alaska. And you can actually watch me catch this fish in our last video right over here. And that is it, believe it or not. Let me know what your go-to kitchen item is, especially if you're an RVer. What is the one thing that you recommend everybody needs to take and you absolutely cannot leave the house on a camping trip without? Is it a toaster or a juicer or a wooden spoon? As always, I put out new videos on Fridays and I will see you on the next one.